Hey now, it's Sharon. I'm back to share another policing experience with you guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm a retired detective. I worked for 20 years for a southeastern city in the US, and I was also in the military. I'm sharing, I should say, my experiences along with my perspectives in hopes of helping you just see it a different way or see it through the way I saw it. And also, I'm giving ideas on how to reform the police because I've come up with a plan, and this is my table on how to reform the police, and I'm sharing those ideas, and I'm sharing my experiences through policing and being in the military. So I just want to give that background real quick because I'm going to talk about the spiritual side of policing. And for me, I've said it a number of times, I am a believer in Christ. You know, they call it being a Christian, and Christian to me means a relationship with the Messiah. We see the extreme ideas on Christianity and things like that. That's not me. So with that being said, I realized throughout my career, probably about 8 years into my career, the spiritual side was conflicting with my job, with my ideas about policing. And when I say that is why I say that. I got into policing because I had these ideas. Let me think. You know, to make a positive difference, to help people, to battle evil, if you will. And I talk about all the stuff that I saw in policing that I recognized as wrong, if you will. And that was starting to battle within me. I talk about the indoctrination piece of policing and how I bought into it. As they say, hook, line, and sinker. I swallowed it all. And then as I started to get into my faith, I felt that struggle between my job and what I actually believed. And so that's one of the reasons why I created this channel, because of, remember back in the other videos, I talked about the ostracism and the retaliation that I faced after whistleblowing. And that really helped me dive into my faith. And it was a struggle before then, but it became even more of a struggle seeing some of the things that were being done in policing, and then taking a step back and realizing and looking at the whole system and how it goes against what I believe spiritually. And I struggled more towards the end of my career than I did at the beginning. With training, I realized that it centered me. You know, I took lots of training. I think in 1 year, I took like 200 hours of training. But I wanted to be trained. I wanted to do my job professionally and know the legal bounds and things like that. But I centered myself. And then here I am in my faith, and I'm not the center. Christ is the center. And like I said, I struggled with that. And so as I started to shift myself from the center and put Christ in the center, that's when I realized policing, it can be changed, and I'm gonna do something about it and get something done. And this is the way to do it. This is the table, social media. But yeah, I'm wondering if anybody else struggled in that sense. And yeah, did anybody else struggle as a police officer with your faith, saying one thing, you believe it, and you believe what policing is supposed to stand for, but then when you go out, it's not adding up. It's not adding up how you deal with folks, or you're going to one neighborhood all month and not going to another neighborhood. You know what I mean? It wasn't adding up. And yeah, I just want to share that little bit with you. Oh yeah, this is my book. I finished editing, and it's going to be looked over one more time for editing, and then it will be published. Yeah, I can write, but that grammar and stuff like that, yeah, I got issues. But it's almost done. And so that's all I want to share with you guys. Take a look at our online store. The link is in the description. And always remember, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.